Good morning, everyone. First things first, I'm going to address two elephants in the room. My face, I have a full face of makeup on because this evening is my friend Pippa's 30th birthday and I wanted to get my makeup done first so that I didn't have to worry about that, so that later on I can just do my hair. Logical thinking. The other thing is the fact that my hair is an utter mess because I went riding last night. I was going to wash it and I thought, you know what, I need to wash it tomorrow so that it's ready for the week ahead because I've got a really busy week. So the hair is just not doing its thing at the most because I literally had it in like a French plait, and so now it's just got a whole load of kinks. So we're just going to ignore the hair and we're going to focus on the outfit. This fragrance, oh my goodness, Absolute by Cire Trudon. Oh my goodness, this is autumn for the evergreen girls, for the girls that love that almost like, it's got that floralness to it, but it also has that earthy feel and then that like rich depth of almost like amber. I don't even know if amber's in it, but it gives me that warmth as well. So this is my autumn fragrance at the moment. It is absolute stunning. My agenda for today is to make a gift basket for Pippa. Now, Pippa and I share a lot of the same interests. She loves a bit of gardening, she loves her dresses, she loves her rosé. So I feel like I know what to do when it comes to putting a basket together for her, and I wanted to do a bit of a harvest basket. So my job is to bake some fresh bread for her. We've also got some honey and some honeycomb from Ali. We're going to do eggs from the chickens, also some seeds from the garden. I've got her a candle because they've just moved into a new home. Some little dried wheat, which I think will be really good for just dressing around the home as well. I'm sure there's some other bits and bobs, but I can't really think at the moment. I've just had the biggest lunch as well, so I'm like, because I know I'm gonna have to line my stomach. Basically, Pippa's having her 30th birthday in the most beautiful marquee in her sister's garden. The house is stunning, the garden is stunning, everything is stunning, and so I know it's gonna be a good night, so I have to be ready. But my outfit for the day is this shirt. Oh my goodness, look, first of all the colour, look at the richness. That looks like a bar of chocolate. The most rich, dark chocolate you could ever imagine. I honestly just love this so much, and it pairs so beautifully with ivory. But I love this shirt because you can wear it two different ways. It's from Holland Cooper and it's from their new collection, and I feel like their new collection is by far one of my favourites that they've ever done. They've really channeled their heritage, I feel, kind of moving more away from the trending styles and honing that heritage that they have in their fabrics, really looking to use those tweeds, those wools, British manufacturing, and bringing those classic silhouettes back and just making them current. You're not going to see like an oversized blazer at Holland Cooper. You could buy a size up or two sizes up if you want that look, but everything is tailored to perfection. And this shirt is no different, but the versatility of this is what I love. Sorry, I am going to show you some other bits, but I wanted to just show you my outfit before I get ready before I bake some bread, because I need to get it going. So anyway, the reason why I love this is that you can wear it casual. So you can see that I've like rolled up the sleeves like this for that more casual look, and I've unbuttoned it at the neck. It goes so nicely with their new blazers. So this is a new style of the Knightsbridge blazer, and if you want to wear ivory and chocolate, this is the blazer for it, because it just connects the two colours really nicely and just creates that almost like perfect in between. And then if you went for an ivory bag to go with it, you've got such a gorgeous outfit. Oh my gosh, and I love, love, love the richness that the shirt brings, but obviously you don't have to wear it like that as well. There's so many different ways, and I love showing you items that have like versatility. That's my favourite. So obviously that's with the blazer. I also love to like cinch up the sleeves of the blazer as well, just to get that sort of tone in there as well. It is so blustery outside, by the way, but I've got my window open because it's so warm. We're really at that sort of in-between stage, which is so funny. Bring the collar out to give that more like 70s, 80s injection into the look as well. And my fragrance is honestly just bringing this whole outfit together, but I love it like this, worn a little bit dressier. But there is another way as well. We've not finished there, because obviously like these tweeds are real country fabrics. You'll see these a lot in a more sort of English country wardrobe. But what Jade does is she gives them that more modern twist so that you can wear them on the streets of London and feel totally at ease. And so she's given the sleeve more of a blouse feel. So when you unroll them, it gives it more of a sort of blouse sleeve. And so it makes it a bit more dressy, a bit more elevated. And you just do it like this, just pop the buttons up. Get this more like blouse-like sleeve. Now I've sized up in this shirt. I go for a size 8 because I'm broad across the shoulders, and generally Holland Cooper is quite narrow on the shoulders. So I always suggest that if you've got big shoulders like me, size up. But it comes with a little pussy bow that you can wear, and it buttons at the back so that it's not going anywhere, you can't lose it. I think that's great. And you can tie it up like a little necktie, a little chocolate necktie, and you could obviously wear it with the blazer as well if you wanted to. So as it starts to get a little bit colder, you're going to want to have that button up, you're going to want to keep your chest and your neck warm, and so this is a great option. But I'm not done there. You can go back to the casual way as well. But obviously this is just with one pair of trousers. You can wear this with jeans and dress it down even further, but for me these tones together are my absolute favourite. And this is what I always say, is that if it doesn't fit in my wardrobe in terms of like a colour palette, then it has to go back. So for that slightly more preppy feel, rolled up sleeves again, then you can grab your Holland Cooper cable knit cardigan with the little HC emblem and pop this it around your shoulders, because you know that this is one of my favourite looks. And knot it or leave it hanging, whichever you prefer. I think with this jumper, I think this works really well. And that is another way to wear it. I just wanted to show you how versatile my shirt is today, because first of all, it's really soft, and it's very different to the shirts that I usually wear from Beaufort & Blake, because this is a lot sort of softer. I think the Beaufort & Blake ones for me have so much structure. They're very sort of classic fit shirts, quite versatile. You can wear them in any sort of wardrobe, whereas the nod to country in Jade's shirts is really what I love the most, is that it's got this rich herringbone tweed in the fabric and the ivory. Oh, if you love lighter tones at this time of year, this is going to be perfect. Anyway, I can't talk to you about this anymore. I've got other bits and pieces to show you from Holland Cooper, but I've got to get this bread baking, otherwise it's not going to be ready to go in the harvest basket, and we've got to do it. I've come downstairs to my office, what will be my office one day, to grab a little basket that I'm going to use to make the harvest basket. However, I can also show you the progress in the understairs little cupboard, because this is going to have racks popped in it for wine storage. There's going to be a bulkhead light here and a bulkhead light under there. It goes all the way around here like so. And we're going to just use this as a little bit of wine storage. We're going to be adding an oak beam to the top here, because we've actually taken out the frame that was in there because it just made it such a narrow door, and we've opened it up so it's a bit bigger, and we're thinking about putting a crystal door on it just so that it feels a little bit more closed off. I think what's going to happen when we do this is that the oak is going to make us really want to strip back the stairs, because I think it will be nice and soft. So hopefully we're going to find someone to do that very, very soon. But that has been finished, almost, just the insides. Today, actually. Now, I have just realised I've made a big error of judgment in that I don't actually have enough time to bake bread, so she's going to get a lemon drizzle instead. Damn it, I think it's 2 hours and 45 minutes it takes, and I've only got 2 hours. Damn it. I've got a magnum of rosé ready to go, and this is the harvest basket that I've made. So the cake is in the oven, and we've got eggs. I'm going to stick a little sticker on the front of the eggs. We've got seeds, we've got a little Dalesford candle, we've got some sprigs of wheat, and we've got the honeycomb as well. So I actually am so happy with how this has turned out. I hope she likes it. And I've got a card as well ready to go. But also, last time I made this cake, it was probably like the one time that I've made this cake and not shown you, apart from this time. I have made this cake so many times on my channel, you have no idea, that I almost think it's like bordering on boring. Everything's boring on my channel. But if there's not a recipe on my blog, I will get the recipe translated and popped onto the blog for you, because I make it a little bit different, but if you want to make it, you can. It is my fail-safe. It is my favorite cake to make, and everyone absolutely loves it. So I'll do that, and if we can put it on the blog, I will link it down below for you so that you can at least follow it. I actually didn't show you this at home. I apologise. We were rushing because this one is always late, and I've done a lemon drizzle cake that is now mushed because Chris shut the lid on it. We've got Ali's honeycomb. We've also got a candle, little sprigs of wheat, eggs, seeds, and a card. And we're all smushed in the back, just like the cake. Look how happy you are with yourself.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't have to do anything.
I'd say that I spent a long time getting the honey sorted, and the eggs were collected and put in the box by me as well. I also collected the straw that went into the hamper. So I know you think you did a lot of it, but it's sounding very 50-50 at this.
Very 50-50. Yeah, love that for you.
It's okay.
Needless to say, today I am a little bit delicate. It has been quite a slow day. Both Ali and I thoroughly enjoyed ourselves at Pip's birthday. It was very, very good. I don't really remember much of the journey home, but we had so much fun. Oh my gosh, too much fun. There was way too much jelly and ice cream had at this birthday party, for sure. So today has been slow. I've done editing on my laptop for the most part, really slothed out, and I actually haven't showered until much later on in the day than I normally would. And in all honesty, that is not the kind of human being that I am, and that gets to me a lot. So I'm doing a little bit of Sunday self-care. I'm gonna pop on the Percy & Reed Wonder Overnight Recovery Mask. This product has single-handedly transformed the way the ends of my hair feel. Like, I know I've told you about this loads, but I genuinely didn't know that there were products that could make the ends of my hair feel like this. It's so funny, isn't it, that I've never actually thought about like my hair type and caring for it properly and trying to understand what it actually needs rather than just the same old products. So finding something that works for it in this way is just absolutely incredible. And Percy & Reed is honestly the most beautiful British brand as well, so I love it even more. But yeah, just even the way my ends move with this in is unbelievable. So I'm going to pop this up in a bun and leave it on overnight. But I'm also going to do some other beauty bits. I can't believe how long my hair has got. But part of me is now at that stage where I'm like, do I want to cut it off? I know we discussed this in a previous video, but I'm even thinking like maybe some curtain bangs or something like that to just give me a bit more shape around my face. Who knows? We shall see. But I'm going to do a little bun and just get it all back off my face so that I can then put some beauty bits on, because I have been trying so many new beauty products. I don't know what has come over me, but all of a sudden, I think it's probably having the clear out, that I was like, do you know what? I want to try these products. I want to use them. And so I started using a new like face oil. And again, my skin is transformed, and this is not sponsored. Like this part anyway, obviously I'm working with Holland Cooper in this video, but like this part is not sponsored. I'm just telling you about the products I'm using. But Chantecaille is one of those brands that I really, really love. I think it's such a beautiful brand, and I love a lot of their makeup. I love a lot of their foundation is one of my favorite foundations. And I've had this in my beauty cupboard. This is their Rose de May face oil, and it's like no face oil I've ever used. I use it at night, like that's like my favourite time to use it, because it feels really lovely and indulgent, but like really makes my skin feel amazing the next day. I've never actually had a face oil agree so much with my skin. It's unbelievable, but it also feels like it's almost been like resurfaced, hydrated, renewed, re-energized, all of that kind of stuff. And I'm like, it's just a facial oil. What is this sorcery? But, and it also, I use it so, I've been using it so much this past 2 weeks, and like, it doesn't seem to go down. So like, I'd say cost per use and like your, what's the word, like it's a good investment in your skincare, I would say, if you like oils. I know not everyone likes oils, but I really, really like them. This range of like lip balm kind of, they're like, what do they call them? Posh balms. So this is the Victoria Beckham Posh Balm. So they do like colours of this, which I absolutely love, but this is the clear. This is such a nice lip balm. Like, it's balmy, but it's not glossy, it's not oily. It almost is like, it just kind of looks like you've got hydrated lips. And it's so beautiful worn with makeup and worn without. And the colours are so nice because they're so subtle. But then again, it just looks like this really delicate amount of colour on your lips. I have been taking this everywhere. Like, look at that. It barely looks like I've put anything on, but feels amazing. This has got to be one of my favourite Victoria Beckham products of all time, other than like the bronzer and stuff, but love this so much. Next up, for a little pamper, I'm actually going to use this CeraVe Advanced Repair Ointment. Immediately protects and soothes dry and rough skin with whilst helping repair the skin barrier with 3 essential ceramides and hyaluronic acid. Face, body, lips. I'm going to put this on my feet, and then I'm going to put some cashmere socks on and just let my feet now marinate in there, because I need to take better care of my feet. So that's what I'm going to do with that. But first of all, I'm going to go in with a little body concoction. This is the Tata Harper Revitalizing Body Oil, Youth Preserving Body Treatment. And if that isn't enough, I'm then going to use the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Daily Hydrating Body Lotion. But I'm going to try this first, and if it feels like it's enough, I just want to like put on something cozy and marinate and just have a bit of a pamper and a bit of a rejuvenation. Update. This was exactly what I wanted. I wanted a body oil that had that kind of spa, fragrance, essential oils scent to it, but it's also like a fat oil. That's the only way I can describe oils like this, where they feel like they are like thick and juicy, and they're actually gonna sit on your skin and just keep marinating. That is what this feels like, and it was perfect. Hopefully you can see me over there. By the way, it is the most autumnal day today. There is thunder outside. You just, every so often you hear this like rumble, and it is so far in the distance, and it's so cozy and lovely, and it's raining. It's absolutely pouring outside, but it's a Sunday, so I'm at home. I'm probably gonna light the fire. Just such an autumnal day. So that's probably why I'm wanting to do this as well. But the key to this is putting it on one foot and then putting the sock on so that you don't like touch the ground or anything. And you're just gonna want to like really work this into your like dry parts of your feet. I really need to get into the habit of doing this on like the backs of my feet, because I often have like crusty bits there, and so I really need to get better at this. And then you just take one of your socks, pop it on, and just let it do its thing, and you can work the excess into the rest of your body. I was just about to show you the cute other way that I've styled this shirt, even alongside my cashmere. This is so soft, so it just feels very, very elevated, but still very soft and cozy. However, Ali has just messaged me to say that he didn't do the chickens this morning, and so I'm going to quickly run outside, but it's given me the perfect opportunity to test drive my new practical coat from Holland Cooper. I got this just generally for like when the weather is really bad and I've got to be outside for something or other, whether that is doing the chickens, horse riding, whatever. Oh my goodness, this coat is even better in person. So this is a fleece lined waterproof. I hope you can see how bloody incredible this is. And you pop it over, it's like a giant duvet. And it goes all the way to like mid-calf. Oh my gosh, this is the most practical coat that I own. For doing things in the garden, there's so much that needs to be done during winter. And having something like this that's like a bed sheet, but waterproof, but fleecy lined. Oh my gosh. Look at this weather. Oh my goodness. It is so warm. Oh my gosh. They have run out of corn in their egg basket. I'm gonna top that up really quickly. Oh, that didn't go so well. Well, I think it's safe to say that this is my favourite new coat. So practical. You can hear the sound of the rain. It's so cosy out here. Just to show you this in a bit better light. Oh, this is going to be a great, like, at the stables coat, but also if you have like outbuildings or anything like that where you live, great to and from coat, easy to throw on. It's like big and loose, so that you're not struggling to get it over what you're wearing anyway. Like I've even put it over this jumper around my shoulders. Well, good job I watched that last clip back, because I think I must have got like a drop of rain or something in the microphone. So I'm just gonna check the sound again, otherwise we're changing camera. All good. Okay, sorry about that. I was just telling you how fabulous my new coat was, but I'm going to basically spend the last bit of my evening getting rid of all of this. So what I do when I do like an autumn install, which you would have seen in my last video, is I take all of the clutter from places and put it in one place, and then I delegate it, because I have one of those brains where I like pick something up and then move it, and then pick something else up and then move it, and it just ends up with like little bits of clutter everywhere. So I'm going to declutter the kitchen. Kitchen is done. I have officially decluttered this space here and put everything away. I am actually impressed with myself. Now on to the utility. Good morning. Yes, I am still in my Pilates gear. It has been quite the morning, and I am starting much later than I thought I was going to. But I had Pilates this morning, and excitingly I went and picked up the copy of Hello magazine that I'm on the front cover of, and oh, I can't wait to show you. Very, very happy. I'll show you. And then today we've been having a lot of builders here, and when the builders are here, Porter really struggles, and he's just not able to calm down when there's things going on and lots of men. He's one of those dogs that's not really fond of men that aren't there to see him. Does that make sense? Like, he likes them to let him know that he's important to them. So if they're downstairs, he's very upset. So they've been dropping off the beams, so I'll take you downstairs and show you the massive beams that are currently filling our... It's exciting because it means that we're sort of moving along to the next stage, and I'm just trying to plan logistics. I was just signing off a few little bits for the bar as well. But I have yet another collection that I literally count down the minutes to when it comes to especially this time of year, because for me autumn and winter really is the celebration of British brands and British fabrics, and there is no brand that I love working with more than Holland Cooper when it comes to that side of things, because their design, their passion for British produce, products, fabrics, craftsmanship, everything in between is why I am so proud to work with this brand. And when it gets to this time of year, this is when I really find that like their tailoring pieces truly sing. And for me, it's wonderful to see them really like hone their brand it like at the moment with their celebration of 15 years. Like, what an iconic moment, but also it just feels like they're really championing their roots, and I am so for that, like, because this is to me the epitome of British country wear, and it's what I want out of fashion. I want those like tweeds, those tartans, those wools, those fabrics that I can wear both in the country and then blur that line between town and country life as well. So when I go to London and feel completely comfortable wearing Holland Cooper, and I think today I'm going to style up some of those pieces that I maybe will style up usually a little bit more country. Oh, we're still going to do country though, don't worry. But also a little bit more contemporary for if you're going into London or something like that, because I have a feast for your eyes today, and I hope I'm going to do them justice, because if there is one thing that I love about Holland Cooper, it's the styling. Because I think it's so easy to look at the pieces and go, oh my gosh, but it's the way they style up, the way that you can take one tweed and pair it with another and it just looks sumptuous and rich. So I'm not going to talk any more about it. I'm going to get into it, because I've like laid out my outfit so that you can probably see some there in the window. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Don't know what happened to my voice then. I'm too excited. But I think we've got some real corkers to show you, and I can't wait to give you a little bit of a catwalk. But there's also some more practical pieces like you would have seen with the overcoat as well. Let's get into it. I'll link everything down below. For outfit number one, I wanted to go in strong with a little bit of something more contemporary. So this is something that you could easily wear to work on a day-to-day basis. A simple classic trouser suit, but with a real nod to like English heritage fabrics. So if you're, maybe you don't live in the countryside, maybe you don't even live in the English countryside, and you live somewhere else and you're more of a city professional, living in London, living in a major city, Manchester, but you've got that love of fabrics and British wools and things like that, then I think that this is going to be the type of outfit that you will love. Because first of all, the trousers are fully lined, they are so comfortable. But I always say with Holland Cooper pieces is that you get like two pieces and they're so versatile. So this jacket you'll wear with jeans and boots, and the trousers you'll wear with a nice top when you're going out. And so these suits are a real investment in your wardrobe. Plus, buying something like this, bespoke from a tailor, is going to set you back, I would put in the realm of like 4 or 5 grand. And so what Jade is doing to get this sharpness, to get this fit and this detail, I think is absolutely fantastic. And if, say, like with these are the perfect length for me with a pair of heels. They just skim the ground, they just show the tip of my shoes. If I had a pair of trousers and I was like, actually, I want these a little bit shorter, for example, or I wanted this blazer just nipped in a little bit at the waist, then I can take it to a tailor and for 50 quid, I can have it nipped in, and still I'm getting that like bespoke suit feel and look and elevation to my wardrobe, but for a fraction of the price. So I would always say at least one Holland Cooper suit in your wardrobe is an essential, and this one I would say is probably the most contemporary. So when I went to Edinburgh recently, this was the tweed that I took with me, and I wore it so much. It looks so nice, and this outfit is just wonderful. And for reference, I take a 6 in the trousers. They fit me absolutely perfectly, and even on my bum, I get that little like perkiness to my bum as well. And then the jacket, I've actually got an 8 in, so I get it slightly bigger on my shoulders. I can take a 6 on my shoulders as well, but for winter, I'll usually have an 8 so that I can get some knitwear underneath. And speaking of knitwear, if you wanted to wear this a little bit more casually, I felt like this was the perfect addition to this suit. I love a playful piece of knitwear when it comes to styling, especially blazers. And if it's got something that I love on it, you'll know that's what I always go for. So this little Dachshund I felt was perfect, and the tones as well work really well, and it just gives it a different feel. I don't think I've ever been tagged in a jumper so much in all my life, but I already had it. I got the like camel colour last year, but I got it in an extra small, and I got this one in a medium so that it's slightly bigger. I think this is, oh, I need earrings. I've been doing this all without earrings. Sorry about that. I just feel like Jewellery always finishes something off really, really nicely, but this is such a cute outfit, and I feel like I'm honouring my style in a much more contemporary way, and I love this so much. Also, the collar is just like a bib collar, so you don't get the added bulk underneath, so this is actually really, really comfortable. And just cinching up the sleeves like that and showing the collar of the jumper, the cuff of the jumper looks really good. So yeah, love this. By the way, I had to show you it just with the jacket off because I feel like it looks just as lovely. So if you do get too hot and you have to remove the jacket, the jumper and the trousers look so lovely together. Yeah, I just had to show you. This was one of my favourite tweeds that Jade did last year, I think it was. I wore a coat, a different coat to the one I'm about to show you in this tweed. Oh, I so needed this in a suit and I love it. So I've popped it on with my little bib collar. I've got this little Amazon scarf, but then I've also gone for the cable knit cardigan from Holland Cooper as well, which I love. It's got such great structure and another great layering piece. But then you just up the ante with this outfit just a little bit more the moment you add a coat. And look at this, oh my gosh. The moment that you add one of the iconic trenches, I just feel like this entire outfit just comes alive and it just gives it another element. Now this is a real statement and a real style statement, but my goodness me, it is just wonderful, and I love the way it can be dressed down with the cable knit cardigan as well. Also, I'm just going to do a public service announcement on my channel because I see this so much. If you are a gentleman, if you are a lady, if you have bought an expensive coat, it is likely that your vent is stitched at the back. Please make sure that you snip those stitches just there so that your vent is able to be open and your coat move in the way that it should. I cannot tell you how many times I'm in London or at events and I see gentlemen with their jackets or ladies with their wool coats still stitched at the bottom, and Ali always tells me I'm not allowed to tell people because it will embarrass them, but I think it's girl code or gentleman code that I should let you know that your vents are stitched. You can fight that out in the comments, but for me, I would want to know if my vent was still stitched. So make sure that you snip that little cross at the bottom of your vents. But this outfit is gorgeous. Obviously, if you're not into neck scarves, you don't have to go with neck scarves as well. It is equally as lovely, and I almost feel like the tones work really beautifully just as it is as well. So, or you could just go for a very, very simple cable knit ivory, just to keep it a little bit more simplistic. Okay, how many sausage dogs are too many sausage dogs when it comes to getting dressed in the morning? In my opinion, the limit does not exist, but I know that you will ferociously tell me if it is overkill. But I absolutely love this outfit so much. I'm not sure if I love the black trousers, but I feel like I could find a softer tone as well. I liked the pop of blue because it took it away from being a bit too crisp and like corporate. And then I've gone for some heels with them because these are like my comfy, which I can't believe I'm saying when it comes to a pair of Louboutins, but they are like a comfy heel. They're a good height, but they look like powerful. And then obviously you can give or take the sausage dog handbag charm, but I love it. I really love it. And I think this is such a gorgeous way to just break up the suit as well, but also feels fun. I think for me, fashion is about having a bit of fun. I see throughout fashion that there becomes this like singular way of dressing to be seen as fashionable. And if there's one thing that I've learned over the years is that if that's your style, I love that. But if it's not, there's a real thing about just having your own style, especially in like the influencer space, because otherwise everyone's just doing the same thing and it's boring. So I'm trying to have a bit of fun. And my love for sausage dogs doth run deep. And this is one for the country queens because this new knit from Holland Cooper is my favourite. This is so soft, and I think that for me is at the forefront of everything. It's the key to knitwear, and this is absolutely nailing it on the softness. It's like I can't even feel it on me. But if you want to just wear the jumper on its own, it does all of the talking as well. I love that it's got this richness in the chocolate faux suede. If it's got an elbow patch, I love it even more. Everything with an elbow patch, if possible, moving forward. I've obviously teamed it with heels, which not very countryside. However, if you're a country queen and you're going to a nice pub for dinner with your partner, like say you're going to the Bull at Charlbury or something like that, or you're going for a nice evening at Time or Soho Farmhouse, then this is an outfit that I would wear. That for me is where I get to celebrate this more traditional style of dressing and also make it fit for me as someone that loves to be dressed up and lovely. But obviously, if you've got tan boots, you could even contrast with some mahogany boots. For the next sort of coming months and when the season and the weather really turns, I know it's been wet, but it's not really been cold enough for boots just yet, but you could also do a bit of a like, what's it called? What are these called? They're not called summer walks, they're called something else. I cannot remember what these shoes are called and you will be screaming it at the camera, but it's like a sort of plimsoll-y, slip-on, not pointed ballet flat. Hello, Lumi. These also work really well for this time of year. So if you're wanting like that matching shoe and something that works really well alongside this, but you're wanting something flat, still smart, before you're moving into boots, then this is also an option. This outfit for me is like the ultimate blend between town and country that I love. It's got one of my favourite tweeds from Holland Cooper, which has obviously a lot of green in it, but then it's got those orangier, richer kind of cognac tones as well, which means that I can add in tan accessories really nicely. I've gone for a just simple cable knit underneath and nicely fitting jeans and then just gone for my comfortable heels, which I think for me this is like something that I would wear into London for meetings and that kind of thing, to just feel really lovely and elevated but not like too dressy, but still making an effort for my meetings, which I like to do. Oh my goodness, I love these tones together. So I've gone for some Holland Cooper trousers, which have a really nice like cherry colour running through it. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with like tan accessories because I could have gone for like an ivory knit over the shoulders with tan shoes and a tan bag. Should I show you the difference? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So this is with the tan details. I feel like it's a little bit more demure. I'm not going to say it. But I do. I feel like this is a little bit more pared back, whereas the cherry tones were really lovely as well, but I don't know if the cherries were matching quite as well as the tans on this, but you will have to let me know in the comments. But this is so lovely, and there's also a blazer to match this as well, so if you wanted to like pop the blazer over the top and then pop this over the top of the blazer, obviously I'm going to show you and link everything down below and link where the shirt is from. When I go to London tomorrow, I'm definitely going to have to wear something like this, as long as it's not raining. So I popped the Holland Cooper suit with the Holland Cooper knitted cardigan and a shirt as well, and I think this works really, really nicely. But again, I think it also works really nicely without the blazer as well. This is just like a great layer to be able to add into the mix, but I also really like the idea of just some rolled up sleeves and a classic cable knit just doing its thing. So I'm going to link everything down below because honestly these I love this so much. This is such a fun way for me to like dress and style, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So yeah, I hope it's giving you some ideas as well, because I find the styling of Holland Cooper so much fun, and they do it so well on their feed as well, and Jade does it so well. So for me to be able to like put my spin on it, oh, love. So yeah, link down below. I've popped the Holland Cooper cable knit moss green roll neck on because I think this is actually going to be a good option for the day when it's like I'm going to be inside and outside. I've got to do the chickens, those kind of things. And it's a really, really comfy, soft jumper. So this is perfect for at home. I am going to clear up the carnage behind me as a like fundamental. I'm going to do my best not to disturb Lumi, who is asleep just there. We just had the best afternoon together. Oh, bless her. As you can hear, I have had to play very, very dramatic classical music for the dogs to calm them down because they were losing their marbles earlier when we had the builders dropping off the wood. We've basically been having some work done on the doors of the house and also the big oak beams coming, and then final tweaks for the bar area and what it is that we want, because the bar can be made in 2 weeks' time and then obviously install, but we want to get things painted, there's boxing in to do, there's that kind of thing. Anyway, I'll just show you how big the beams are down there now, and then we're going to tidy up that dressing room because goodness me. So just as a bit of insight, these are very, very big, and what I'm really happy about is they are using like a traditional method to join the beams in the centre, and we've got the joists and all of those kinds of things so that when they are installed, what it's going to do, and I know you all think I'm nuts, but it's going to create a little bit more, first of all, detail to the room, but also a bit of separation. Now, I'm not trying to create like zones using them, but it just breaks up this really big room. Because obviously the sofa, when I actually end up choosing the fabric for it, will be there. When I actually find the pool table, it will be here. And when we actually sign off the bar, it will be here. And then the walls are going to be olive and cardamom from Farrow & Ball. So yes, there is lots to think about and lots to do. It's just very exciting to see these like in here and see them against the floor and how it's all looking. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I feel like I'm finding my groove. I'm not rushing and I'm taking my time. And here it is. Oh my goodness. Lydia Millen on life in front of the camera and the treatments she loves. Bit of a surreal moment. Not only did I get to shoot this with Dan Kennedy, but to actually have ever imagined that I would be here is just, it just blows my mind. I actually can't put it into words. So I'm really grateful that I'm in this position where I get to like do all these things that you just never think you're going to experience in life. And I want you guys to know that it's never something that I take for granted. I think I try and really get across how much, first of all, I love my job, but also like how grateful I am all the time, because it is not lost on me. You could follow anyone. Nowadays, there are so many creators, and the fact that you still watch my videos, the fact that you still comment, the fact that you message me, the fact that you buy things, I can't put into words how much it's appreciated, because there's just so many people that do it, and I am a drop in an ocean that is so big now. And yeah, I feel like I needed to say that. It's not like, you know, I haven't won an Emmy or anything, but like everything is like, I don't think you ever imagine that you'll ever be in a position where something like this happens. And so I'm grateful to the Hello team, because they have been so lovely, like honestly so lovely. I think it's a really, really lovely magazine as well. Just such a lovely group of ladies that I'm so honoured to have met and spent time with, but also that have trusted me and given me a chance to do this. So very grateful. Right, let's do it. You are so lazy. Yeah, don't you argue with me. Don't you argue with me. Lumi said, piss off. Right, we are putting everything away. Time lapse. I am starving, I'm tired. I feel like when I talk to you guys for that long, when I'm showing you outfits, I'm like, whew. But I'm going to edit this back and decide which one of those outfits I'm wearing to London tomorrow. Oh, hello, Mummy. Good morning, everyone. Oh my gosh, I actually didn't think I was going to vlog today, but I've just come to the most incredible event and I have to show you everything that's here, because I know that this is one of those like launches that my UK audience are going to love, and my US audience. And I feel like if I don't show you this, you're going to be cross with me. But I've come to the Beaverbrook Townhouse in London, and I've never been here before. I had no idea how like close this is to the area that I'm always kind of in. And we're in the Royal Opera House suite, and I've come for the launch of Memo Press, who is the wonderful Alice, and I met her at a Purdy shoot about a year ago and just instantly like fell in love with her work, fell in love with her designs, and fell in love with her as well. And she has collaborated with Ginger Lily, and when I tell you that, I feel like you've seen my guest bedroom, so you'll know that this is my vibe, but what this comes with is like really one of my personal ethoses, in that you have to make your bed and your bedroom your sanctuary. And I think that's the one room in the house that I would always argue that you have to put the most into. You have to put the most love, care, quality, and if you're Lydia Millen, beauty. And I think that there are many like me in the audience. And so I'm not going to yabber on anymore. I'm going to show you the collection, but also I want to talk to you about the actual bedding as well, because this is something that is going straight on my Christmas list, and I would say that it probably needs to go on yours as well. I have been in meetings all day, so do ignore how I look. But this is the Lily of the Valley collaboration between Memo Press and Ginger Lily, and this is just the most exquisite print I think I have ever seen. It's so delicate. I think this is a really great floral print that you are able to maybe sneak in, and husbands might not notice, because it's so subtle, so delicate, and so pretty. But it also has this stunning sage green ticking stripe, and the ruffle for me. This is the comforter, by the way. This goes on top of the actual duvet. But this is the quality. Can you hear that? Can you hear how? I mean, I don't think I've ever been so excited about bedding in my life. And this is definitely my colour palette. So you can go for like the contrast pillows. So you can have this, which I just think is so pretty. I am actually going to buy these. Okay, I just want you to know I am going to buy these. So you can have the print like so, but then you can also contrast with the original Ginger Lily pillows. They also do these super cute little almost like accent pillows. But I would also say that if you are thinking about getting the bedding for this, oh my gosh, you have to buy the Ginger Lily pillows, because they are filled with silk, and I don't think I have ever in my life felt a pillow like this. I am in love. And they also do duvets. It is all exquisite quality. It's stocked in Harrods, but I know that it is also stocked in places like Bloomingdale's in America. So my American audience, who I know are going to love this as well, can feature them. Obviously they've got the little accent pillows as well, and everything is just so beautiful. And look at the room. The room is just making it look even more like gorgeous. It just fits perfectly in here. So this is the Lily of the Valley one, but there is another one. There is a Forget-Me-Not one, and the Forget-Me-Not one is screaming to be in my dressing room. So I'm going to take you through to the next spot, but there's canapes in here. These are the cushions. Look at this. 100% silk pillow, pure mulberry silk. Oh, stunning. Stunning. And look at this bedroom setup. This is Forget-Me-Not, and I can't decide which one is my favourite. I'm going to be honest, because this one feels very in line with my dressing room. I feel like some of these, like the comforter and things like that, would look so lovely in my dressing room. I don't know where I'd put it, and this bolster, oh my gosh, this just feels so uber feminine and pretty and girly. You can just imagine this taking centre stage in a really beautiful like sage green bedroom. There are also silk robes as well, and when I tell you that the two ladies behind this collaboration are absolutely wonderful, I'll put all of the details in the description box down below. But I'm so happy I was able to come here. Basically Noni Ware, who I did my book collaboration with at Gainsboroughville, has been putting this on with them, and I made it my absolute mission to be here today, and I'm so glad I was able to do it. Not just because I get to see Noni and Alice, and also I got to meet the Ginger Lily team too. So I will pop all of the links to this. Oh, that bureau. Absolutely stunning. But I can't get, oh, they've also got eye masks too. So these are, I think, are the originals from Ginger Lily. But they also do so many different things like eye masks like this as well. So I will pop, oh, this is such a pretty colour. Look at that. Oh, the bed is stunning, absolutely stunning. I am home, and if you listen to the coziest sound of the rain falling on my Veluxes, it is bloomin' lovely. Seeing as I was on Sloane Street at the Beaverbrook townhouse, I popped in to make my wish, and I didn't realise I hadn't had a wish in for like a whole year. So that was a great learning curve and a good reason for me to go in more often. Anyway, I thought I'd show you what I got. First of all, this is something for Ali and I would say, more than anything. Why am I so frantic? I'm trying to find some good light, but I've realised there actually is no good light when the weather is like this. So I'm gonna pop you here instead. Yeah, so I popped into Hermes and I made a wish. And I thought I'd tell you what I put on my wish. My wish is either a 25 Nata Cray Birkin, Ritourne, Togo leather, or an like ebony Berenia gold hardware Togo Ritourne. Ebony. Oh, what a gorgeous colour. But I didn't get either of those things. Instead, I actually picked up something for Ali and I because I couldn't resist the men's scarves, and I actually think that this is one that we'll both wear and love and enjoy. I think I prefer men's scarves to women's. I think the glossiness of the women's ones, they have their place, but I don't actually think that they're my all-time favourite. The men's ones, they're a bit more simplistic, and this is like a moss green, really lovely. It's like bordering on a bandana, but also it's still got those like buckles and equestrian feels to it. And what does it say? Something in French that I can't actually read, but I think this is going to be one that I'll wear a lot with like moss green jumpers and things like that. Like imagine this with like a Holland Cooper moss green crew neck with something like this, or even a brown crew neck. This with my brown shirt. Oh yes. Perfect length. Yeah, love this. So I bought that. Then Carrie bought me back some things from her holiday as well, which were some little bordello bits, the cabbageware, to add to my collection. So a little pinch bowl, which is a cabbage leaf, and then one of these little cabbage bowls, which I actually have like 8 of these, which I use so often as like little like picky bits bowls. They're really good for like decorating and creating a lovely tablescape, so I got those. But the pièce de résistance is in this bag from the collaboration with the gorgeous Alice and Ginger Lily, because when I tell you, this is the most beautiful, beautiful cushion, and it is going to look so lovely in here. I honestly think this isn't going on a bed, this is going to go on the chair in my dressing room, because the blue details go so beautifully. I actually, oh, I might even be able to get rid of, oh yes, look at that. I could do a little stack of cushions. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it so much. Oh, cushions are just my favourite. So that's what I came upstairs to unbox with you, but I'm gonna go and check on the progress downstairs, because apparently things have been going on downstairs. When I walked down there earlier, when I was leaving this morning, I was in a bit of a rush, a bit frantic, and I walked downstairs to Vic, our carpenter, sawing away at the floor that we've just had freshly laid, but he had to make space for the oak beams. Have a little look. I get very scared coming down here at the moment because there's so many holes. It means there are a lot of potential spider escape routes. Gosh, it's so dark. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. They look so good. Oh my gosh, I actually think I might faint. So they're not like in situ, like they look so good. Okay. So these are in situ. We haven't got the beams up here. There's one more to go in over there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I love how this is looking. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So obviously these are all the joists here that will go in between the beam in the ceiling and here. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I actually had a chat with Noni today, who is literally like my favourite person ever. Even Carrie is like, she is the most wonderful, wonderful person. She's such a tonic. I am actually howling about her. She was showing us, because Noni is like the most fascinating individual. I don't know if I've ever told you about her, but her mum wrote the book, The Tulip, which is my all-time favourite book. And Noni has worked at some of the most incredible places like Vogue. She now works at AD, done House and Gardens. Like, she literally has been a key journalist for just ever. But she is the loveliest human, and she only buys her clothes from like charity shops. And so she came home, she's telling us this story. She came home with what she thought was a skirt but was actually a dress. And she'd still worn it, and she showed us what it was like as a dress. She's got legs for days, and it was just, oh, I'm howling. Anyway, I'm gonna be speaking to her about a few bits and pieces down here, but for the most part, I'm having one of those sighs of relief again, because I have been panicking. When you see the size of these beams, it's like, it's a lot. I'm coming, my love. Yeah, it's a lot, but this now, seeing them in situ, I really feel like this is going to add such a wonderful feel to this room. This room that, again, and I don't know if you remember what the living room was like. The living room was lovely when we moved in. It was such a beautiful, almost kind of feminine room, but it was cold and it really lacked like coziness and warmth. If you think about what we've achieved with our living room, the wood burners in there, the cozy fabrics, the cozy wall colorings, the sumptuous everything, the bookcase, that's all through the vision that I've had. And so I really want to hopefully bring that same vision down here. I think the fact that there's not going to be a fireplace down here is always going to break my heart, but having the beams in what is the biggest room in the house, I think makes sense. It makes it look like it's keeping this room, like, you know, that this room is so big that it needs the supports to be left out so that you can see them. And it works, because this room is just so blooming big. And that was not a humble brag as well. I'm very lucky to have this room, and this is a problem, but knowing what to do with a room this size is a lot. And now I'm just seeing this all come to life. I'm just very excited. So sorry about that. I was coming down here thinking I'm gonna have to delete this clip because I'm gonna walk down and hate it. I'm coming, Porty. We're going to have to make sure that you are allowed downstairs when we do the new room, because you're never going to let us live it down, are you? Hello, gorgeous. Hello, dumpling. Hello, my other dumpling. I hope you know, Lumi, that everybody asks where you are if I don't show you enough, and they don't realise that you're just always sleeping somewhere in the house. Oh, yes, tired girl. Tired girl. You want all the attention on you.